What is up, my Ramelia? Fans of the Los Angeles Rams just came on an unannounced live. I just wanted to. I was setting my show up, and I noticed some of you guys came in here. My guy Monster It, um, and John Balmer. Um, I'm feeling a little better. I've been kind of sick. I was going to have some um, other content creators, Niners, since it's Niners week. And so my voice is a little bit better. It was this morning. I was like Froggy from the Little Rascals. So I was just about to text you, Stockton. I was on Wayne Breezy's show earlier, and I was telling him, you could barely tell what I was saying earlier. Like I said, I was like Froggy from the Little Rascals. You could tell by my voice. But I was telling him how Wentz is 3-1 against the Niners, so we're going to start Wentz. Stafford's going to rest. I agree with that. I don't know about playing Puka. I know that he wants that record, but he didn't do it in the 16-game season. I guess it doesn't matter because now the season is 17 games. He deserves it, so I kind of go back and forth. I would hate for him to get hurt on something like that. But the NFL's a tough game, but it's not just about him. It's about the team. And so I'm kind of, and then if you're not playing Stafford, you're playing Wentz. I don't know about getting Puka in there, and he gets hurt. He needs 29 more yards to get the all-time record. I go back and forth. We need to rest our main guys. Cup, Puka's one of the guys. Kyron Williams. And then No Boom has No Boom has a foot thing, plantar fasciitis, I think it's called. The same thing that Armstead has with the Niners, except he don't play. Maybe he has a higher degree. He's been out for a long time, and he may not even play the playoffs. But yeah, so if we go to the 7th seed, we have zero chance of hosting a playoff game. If we win and get the 6th seed, or if the Packers lose, I believe, and we still have to stay at the 6th seed, or if we win and stay at the 6th seed, we have a chance to possibly, with all these weird things happening, host one playoff game. But to me, it doesn't matter. We have to go the long way. I would rather play Detroit than the Cowboys right off the bat because they're tough at home. But, this team and these guys rested. I'd put our hat against anybody, The main thing is we'd be healthy, Let's see. My guy Monster was here early. Roadie. My guy John says, Rams just announced Carson Wentz will start on Sunday in San Francisco. Matthew Stafford will rest. Yep. I put that on my community page. Monster says that's good news. We're already in. Let's rest our guys. Yes. The one thing though too, Stockers, where I'm here way. The other thing too is, were we sloppy though? Were we sloppy against the Giants? Yes. But was it because we rested so much? Remember, we won on Thursday night. And then we had like 10 games, 10 days, 11 days where we rested. Stafford was off uncharacteristically. He's been for 2 months. He's been, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And, and like he said, hey, listen, I'm bound to have an off ball. You got a big gun. You're letting it flow with guys in your face. He says normally they just happen to be basically to paraphrase, guys just happen to be in the right spot. He overthrew one ball and they intercepted it. There was a guy right there ready to scoop it up. Had he been over to the right or to the left, it would have just hit the turf and bounced. He was behind on another pass. I think it was to DeMarcus Robinson, maybe. I can't remember the receiver, but he was off target. And again, instead of hitting the ground or somebody just tipping off their hand, went right to somebody. That's what happens in the NFL when you have a big gun. But it was very uncharacteristic of him. And then DeMarcus Robinson, who's been on a tear, fumbled, right? And and then special teams is an S show. We can't. There's the ball. It's being kicked off, right? You guys are coached where to go. And the other guy thought the other guy thought the other guy thought the other guy was going to tackle him, the Giants guy, and he rolls off and come on, man. What happened to wrapping up? You got him. Okay, boom, let me finish it. They let him get away. Dimrick says, as long as Puka gets that record. Yeah, so the record, I want him to get it too, but I wish he would have did the 16-game season. That's just me. But that's why I'm just saying, since the seventh game, excuse me, since it's the 17th game, and I know that they play 17 games now, I'm like, it's important, but I would have rather have had it in the 16th game. But he does deserve it. I go back and forth. You only have one rookie year, and that'll be another record for the Rams record books. You sound like you've been eating too much booty. No, I'm trying to get over my cough. Stocker says Puka will play just to get the record, then rest. I go back and forth, man. I hate Puka Nacua is as important as Kyron Williams and Stafford because Cooper Kupp is ailing a little bit. He's better than he has been. And so they kind of take turns on certain situations. And Puka's the young brother, so the young buck. So but yeah, man, I more than I think about it, I would like him to get the record. He deserves it. His jersey's already in Canton for that 5-game start of the season. The only thing is Carson Wentz is going to be throwing. Now Carson Wentz is 3-1 against the Rams. Carson Wentz is 3-1 against the Niners. He beat him the last time they played him. So maybe he'd be okay. Yeah, I like that he's going to get some reps. Stalker says, so if the Niners beat us, it goes into their streak against us. Yeah, that's one thing too. Even though our starters don't play, how sad. Yep. Demrick says, Rudy, you okay? You sound off and you have a pretty early stream. Yeah, I was in here setting something up for later on. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a collaboration with Stockton's favorite Niner Sickness. and since it's Niners Rams week, and so I'll be looking for that alert tomorrow. And I was gonna try to get Rams TV in here, but I messaged him earlier from work yesterday, and I haven't heard from him. But then my voice started jacking up. But thank you, I'm good. Demmer, appreciate you. Stockton says the Packers play an early game. Hopefully they lose and we don't have to worry. Yeah, we get the 6 speed to see no matter what. I would like to see Carson Wentz deal. If Puka plays, get the record. We got to rest Noteboom with that plantar fasciitis, And the only thing is we don't have a lot of depth on the O-line, so we got to rest our starters. Dotson's important. Avila. Hate for them to get banged up, man, because we have the longer road to go in the wild card. But that's the NFL, and then also hopefully we'll get Travarius Tomlinson back, and I saw that they that we're gonna that we have. There's some more things I need to post on the community page that we're making moves on the practice squad and signing guys. Duke Shelley is going to be coming back. I believe he was on the practice squad, but he'll be back in for depth for the playoffs. Let's see. Demrick says the streak comes to an end this week. Man, wouldn't that be something? The Niners originally started the streak when we rested all of our starters in 2000. Well, no, they didn't start a streak, but they won a game when we rested our starters in 2017 in order to play the Falcons. If you guys remember that. And they were like, oh, we beat the division champions. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We beat the division champions. Yeah, but we didn't have nobody playing. And then the next year I think we swept them or split. I think we let's see. Were we on to 2018? Did we? I can't remember 2018. I thought that we beat them again. Yeah, so they won that game, and then we swept them the next year in 2018, and then their streak started in 2019. because we were 3-1 in the beginning. It would have been 4-0 if we would have played all of our guys in 2017. So says, I'd rather play Detroit instead of Dallas. Bonnie has won at Dallas all season. Nobody has won at Dallas. Yeah, Dallas is another monster, another animal at home. But also too, in that game that we played them, you know, you never make excuses. You lose, you lose. But it was a one-off. They whipped our ass. We looked sluggish. We were kind of beat up, you know, young team and getting things going. And they were like, Dak was like spry. They went on a streak. That bye did them well. And so we got them right after the bye. We made some stupid mistakes, didn't execute, but they looked like a faster team all around. So that was a one-off. Stockton's too much. Derrick says Carson Wentz is okay QB, but better than Brett Rippin. Man, for sure he is. Derrick Smith says, I hope the streak comes to an end this week. My dad and best friend is a Niner fan. Oh, and won't want to annoy them. I bet you go back and forth with your pop. That's funny. Derrick says Brian Allen could be getting reps. That'll be good too. That'll be good. Roberto Hastings says Sam Darnold. Yes, indeed. The legend of Sam Darnold. And then Derrick says when I saw that they signed Fran Dresser Wynn was signed to practice squad, I knew that Carson Wentz would probably be starting. Yep. We got a little more depth in case Stafford gets banged up. You never know. You might have to have somebody else mop up. Yes, indeed. Roberto says, has Puka won Rookie of the Year yet? They haven't announced anything. They won't announce it for a little bit. To me, he's got it sewed up. But CJ Stroud, because he's a quarterback, you know. We'll see what happens. This is 49ers are 4-point favorites still this weekend. I thought it was 3.5. They must have upped it. Derrick says battle of the backups. I would love to see Zach Evans, running back rookie Zach Evans, get some reps, show that speed. Just see what he can do. I would love to see Tutu Atwell get a touchdown. And Ben Skoranek make some plays like he did against the Raiders with Baker Mayfield. I'd just like to see Carson Wentz get a lot of reps, get some time in, and get out there. You know, maybe he'll start off hot like a Flacco, and you're like, "Whoa, shit!" Maybe Carson Wentz is putting in his time, game film, and interviewing with this play here against the Niners, starting the game. To be back up next year again. I know he wants to be a starter, maybe. You know, I know he wants to be a starter, but if he has a good showing, would we bring him back next year? Right? We need a backup for sure. We need to get Matthew Stafford. We need to get his heir apparent, his intern QB on the roster. Next year, we're going to be drafting quarterbacks. Don't be surprised if we draft two. I don't know about Stetson Bennett, but we can't wait for him. Hopefully he'll get himself up and he can, you know, fight for his position again. But we need to get an heir apparent to Stafford because I'm looking forward to not just this early future, to this year, next year, 2026. We have the Super Bowl is going to be at Levi Stadium. The Niners will be losing some players. Trent Williams will probably be retired by then. Brock Purdy, if he still plays good, will be getting his money. They have to make decisions. It's all there for us. You know, I'm looking forward as well as looking at the year, this year, next year. Derrick says the pairs that shall not be named. Brett Rippin, the newest member, and also Mariska Hargitay, a.k.a. Lucas Havrisk. it reminds me when we had uh a broken down um his uncle Rippin from the Washington team, and he threw a pick with the Rams, and then he acted like oh, I threw a pick because I couldn't hear the play or whatever. He was tapping his ear, the side of his ears on the helmet. What the hell's this? You threw a pick, dummy. Demer says Ben Skoranek and Ostertrauma get reps. I'm for it. I'm for it. Soccer says I'm still annoyed that McVay isn't up for Coach of the Year. I don't be surprised that he's not listed, but um, people should be talking about it more, right? They keep talking about D'Amico Ryans and what's the other guy? The stick, whatever his name is. But look, the Rams were 5-12. They were picking the Rams, the media pundits, to win 3 to 5 games this year with all these contracts we got rid of, $75 million of dead money on our cap. And they were picking us to do nothing. The Rams are done. Is McVay going to stay the whole year? Is Aaron Donald going to want out? Blah, blah, blah. Matthew Stafford, is he done? Remember he coming off the elbow and then a neck spine contusion? Matthew Stafford should be comeback player of the year. I'm not sure if they still do that for players like that. Puka Nacua is the old Roy. Kobe Turner is the D Roy. And Gillespie deserves executive of the year for all these draft finds and gems. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams are holding Lombardi when it's all said and done. I would love to get a rematch with the Ravens. Without messed up weather, with Kyrie Williams being able to have good footing, with us seeing what we can do against Lamar, which is don't let him run. But you can't. Excuse me. There goes my damn cough drop. Alex, she says, "What's up, Rudy? Will you do any live collabs with Niner contract carriers this week?" Yes, Alex. Tomorrow, I'm doing one with Stockton's favorite Niner sickness. You always have me say what you say, wider sickness. Oh man, you got me. Yeah, tomorrow, Alex G. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'll be putting the alert for that tomorrow, and that'll be fun. Debrick says, in my opinion, this should be game of the backups. We play to see who doesn't make the practice squad. Nice. That's a great comment right there. Shockford is, yo, Rudy, Wentz will beat the Winers. I would love it. Battle of California. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Debrick Darian Kendrick, DK, and Lucas Havrisk are the newest members. Sorry. Now, Darian Kendrick came back a little bit out of the doghouse. Now, he didn't play great, but he had an 88.2 or something read. Maybe it was 80.2 by PFF on this last game. And so he played okay. So that's the DK I like. Don't be getting those stupid penalties, and they still gave up some deep passes, but Tyrod Taylor is no slouch, man. He's an NFL quarterback, and he's got mobility. He's like a poor man's Lamar Jackson, and he's got a good deep ball, man. You saw how accurate he is. Vicar says, Shane Stankett, thank you. Going to be Coach of the Year. Coy. Yeah, Shane Stankett is the other guy. But I think it should be McVay. McVay should win Coach of the Year. I know I'm a Rams fan, content creator, but the media they didn't expect nothing from that team either, but they were burying us. And the Rams are in Los Angeles. The Rams have a lot more pressure. So, but I think it should be McVay. Dermot says, unless need we trust. Yes, indeed. Sometimes he does drive me nuts. Like the kicking situation. And like Brett Rippon. but I'll take it. If those are the only two if those are all the only two main cogs in the machine, I'll take it for sure. Demrick says McVay should be the coach of the year conversation. Yes, he should be. Shock 42 says, I love being the underdog. Rams will show out in the playoffs. Me too, man. To me, like Stockton said, it doesn't matter. I would love to have the easiest way to victory. Don't get me wrong, right? But it don't matter. We're there. We clinched a playoff spot one game before we needed to. Thank God. Thank you, Steelers. And I'll take it. We're in the dance. That's all I ask for. Remember, I like our chances against any of these NFC teams. And they have more bullets in their chamber. The Niners do. I'm talking about the Niners because they're a Super Bowl contending team right now. We have super contenders, Super Bowl winners on our team that are there, but we got a lot of young cats. But I like our chances on offense, and I like how the defensive line is coming around. The secondary, that's another story. The special teams, that's another story. The kicker, that's another story. So, listen, you can only play with you can only fight a team with the players that you got, and I'll say it that way. And I like our team, man. I like our team. It's not a finished product at all, but I like where we're going, and I like what we can do. We can raise some havoc. Stark says, Coach of Cleveland is favored. No idea why. They have a good record, 11-5. They've been playing good even without the quarterback situation. Flacco came in and saved them too, but that they were smart to sign him. But McVay, man, listen, Brock Purdy had a great season, right? Mr. Irrelevant. All these votes for Pro Bowl. He leads the votes in Pro Bowl. Matthew Stafford, the Super Bowl year, they didn't give him a Pro Bowl berth. They hate us because they hate us. The only two that really get respect from the older guard players is Cooper Kupp, and which he should, and Aaron Donald, which he should. But Matthew Stafford doesn't get love around the league. You saw in Madden his rating. They're always back, smack talking him. Aaron Rodgers hasn't done diddly in like 10 years, and they're always kissing his ass, man. That's fine. That is what it is, but it's annoying, really. That's why I have this clip. Let me just show you where they were talking about Brock Purdy and Matthew Stafford. I had this on my live the other day. Do I still got it? Where are you at? I might have erased it because I had to switch up my clips. Mm-hmm. Let me put it back in here. Oh, I think I put it in from my phone. I can't. That's okay. But anyway, they were comparing them. They were saying, no, Stafford's better than Purdy. They're two different kind of quarterbacks. But Stafford can actually lead a team when something goes wrong. Purdy, in his defense, is a young quarterback. He's perfect for that system. They got all the weapons. He's making all the plays that he needs to. There's nothing to apologize on his part. And also, too, it's amazing that he broke the Niners' regular season passing yards record. Garcia and Steve Young, more yards. I thought they had more yards than that. All those great Niners teams in the 80s, early 90s. But that's what happens when you have a balanced team. You don't throw so much. But like I said, the NFC has been weak. And whenever they play, he lights it up with the weaker teams. Victor Perez says, it's Shane's first year as coach of the Colts. He could take it. Yeah, that's where they have him winning with Minshew. Oh, you're giving me you're giving me a little insight into why they're not showing up McVay. But McVay should be talked about though. He should be talked about though. Alex G says, awesome. I like the back and forth between the teams. Yes, indeed. Demrick says, I think we will win in the first round. Listen, I think we win the first round no matter who we play. Right now, we got away with one against the Giants. Stafford throws 2 picks. You got a fumble. We couldn't even use our kicker. The guy misses 2 extra points. You could say that, oh, we deserve to lose, but we finally got a break. You know, sometimes you need a break, and you found a way to win. You never should apologize for a win, but we haven't gotten the breaks all year. You know, we got a break against the Seattle in the second game, but we deserve it. You know, we this young team has fought against the odds, and they've been ridiculed, and nobody picked us to do anything. I'll take it. You know, once in a while, it's good to get a break, and that helps you. So we got that out of the way, got the W with all that crap happening, and God bless Bing Crosby for missing that kick. And now we take off again on another streak. Takeover says Havenstein will probably rest Noboom in at right tackle, I'm guessing. Now, will we see Warren McClendon? Great takeover. Because I think Noboom has plantar fasciitis or something like that in his foot. That's a iffy injury where like it's really bad one day, one week, and then it gets better, or then it's overwhelming. And that's what Armstead has with the Niners, and he's been out for a long time. I don't have my tissue, and so we'll see. But I like what you're saying there, but we need to make sure Noboom is ready to go. And God bless Noboom, he got a game ball because he was able to fill in. How weird that Noboom, when he fills in, maybe it's a mental thing. Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm filling in instead of being a starter. Because when he was a starter, he was nowhere near the player that he is when he fills in. But I'll take it. Dotson's going to get paid next year. We're going to have to pay Dotson. He's one of the top tackles in football. Amazing. He gives us more beef on the line. This is a different Rams team, a different Ram breed. McVay team with more beef on the line and the defensive line too. But we'll see, Takeoff. That's a great comment. But because Hammerstein, Noboom has that plantar fasciitis in his foot, maybe he'll rest too, and we get to see Warren McClendon. SG says, hi, how you doing, SG? Stocker says, you better not go easy on wider sickness, man. I was going to talk to you about that. Be nice, Stockton, as much as you can. Don't take us off topic. But he's a Laker fan too, Niner sickness. But no, I won't. You know me. I won't. Especially when it comes to the Niners. Denver says, how will the O-line look like on Sunday? They haven't announced the starters yet. That's going to be interesting. We will see. Takeover had a great comment with the Havenstein and Noboom thing, but we'll see because Noboom has that plantar fasciitis. And so will Warren McClendon be in there? We'll see. Back in the day says, how does Kobe Turner not get on the ballot for defensive rookie of the year? The guy is chasing Aaron Donalds. He already got Aaron Donalds. He tied it. And he could break it if he played on, which I don't think he will, on Sunday. We'll see about the starting lineups and if they announce people that aren't going to play, but it'll be interesting. I can see them playing for a half or a quarter, him. But yeah, chasing Aaron Donald's rookie record for the interior lineman, which is an easy position to gather sacks. Yeah, man. To me, Puka Nakua is Rookie of the Year, and Kobe Turner is Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Isn't that amazing? In one draft, you got two guys on both sides, on each side of the ball. Soccer says you should be getting monetized now, Rudy. Yeah, it's my fault. I haven't deleted the videos that I need to, because I have some videos that have music from like the Rocky music or the I Love LA music. I need to delete a lot of videos, and then I can resubmit my information. But I have, like 4 times enough views, 4 times enough of the time, viewing time, and all that. I just need to do that. So when I put it back in there, and I said I was going to do this a long time ago, but they're my babies, my videos. That's the only reason why I'm not. I send it in. They go, you have copyrighted content on your videos. I can't remember how they termed it. You need to delete those, or I can't remember how they worded it. Let's just say you need to delete those and then resubmit your monetized. But yeah, I would have been a long time ago. I just don't know I just don't want to go in there and delete them. It sucks, but I'm going to have to do it so I can be monetized. You guys can do super chats. Derek says Kobe Turner should start for the rookie sack record. All right. Yeah, I mean it's football. You can't put bubble wrap on them, but certain guys, older guys, we should rest. And like Kyrie Williams, he's just got to sit. He's too important, really, man. Stalker says Niners have always been a Deacon Duck franchise. That's why you're talking about, because their franchise passing record. Yeah, the Bill Walsh West Coast offense. SG says the Niners will get kicked in the ass by the Rams in the final home game at Levi Stadium. I like it, SG. I believe that too. I believe that Carson Wentz, who's 3-1 against the Niners, is going to go 4-1. I believe that. Deborah says SoFi North. The thing about that too is they can say that because besides that they turn out in our stadium, but we have a beautiful stadium. Do we really want to take ownership of a horrible stadium like Levi? Do we? No. But I just call it the house that Todd Gurley built, because he's not a builder, but he did have very good success there. Never says Levi's the Rams house. SG says Levi North, SoFi North. Levi's is the Rams house. Yes, indeed. Derek says we cannot lose 2 backups. Yep. I love it. It will be a sea of red at Levi's. Yeah, they come out now. Unlike this here, SG. Hold on. Where's it at? Do I still have it?
It's another game, another empty stadium. The 49ers struggling to put people in those seats.
Yeah, is it the team, the new location? People have a lot of opinions as to what's going wrong. KPI X5's Andrea Nakano live outside of Levi's trying to make some sense of it all. Andrea?
Yeah, Veronica and Alan, I was here for opening day, and you could feel the excitement of a new season under new head coach Kyle Shanahan. Now you see these pictures with empty seats, and it makes you wonder if the faithful are not so faithful after all. But these pictures may not be telling the whole story.
Beautiful weather in Northern California.
Sunday was a perfect day to head out to Levi Stadium for a football game between the 49ers and the Cardinals. So what's up with all these empty seats?
Maybe it's because they moved to Santa Clara.
Their win rate, 0%.
It's in the sun a lot during the day. I don't know if that's the reason why, but obviously they're not winning.
That's right, not a single win in the 2017 season.
So you're telling me that The Niners couldn't even pack their own stadium because they weren't winning. What happened to the faithful? We're going to take over your stadium. Shut up. You couldn't even take over your. This is from 2015, 2016. So that's where I get a kick out of it. Okay, well, that you still got your tag, hey, brother. You still got your tag on the back of your hat. You just bought it. But yeah, so it happens. All teams, when you're not winning, fans don't come out. But don't give me that line about the Niner faithful. And it's not everybody. You can never generalize a term, but they couldn't. I mean, it was empty. You even had the news broadcast in San Francisco saying it was empty. What's going on with all the empty seats? So yeah. So I says your buddy Evans will get some playing time finally. I know, man. Hopefully he'll light it up. He'll light it up. SG says Stalker says it's SG. It's going to be like a preseason game. He says it is. Demrick says Rolls Royce Freeman could get runs. Yeah, Royce and Zach Evans. I want to see Zach Evans get around the corner, man. He's got Todd Gurley type speed. I want to see him, man. I want to see him. He's a young cat. I think he doesn't block very good. I think that's why he's not getting a lot of playing time, and you got to protect Stafford. Stalker says, actually both teams playing backups. Yep. Derek says McVay's gonna treat it like a preseason game. Yep. Jacques 42 says Lakers, Doyers, and Rams. Love that. So I'm gonna rip this thing was a nuclear. You have to be nice, Doctor, because it's gonna be on his thing. So he'll time you out. You don't want that. Are you able to go on his thing? Oh no. Well, listen, it's gonna be on both of our streams. So are you able to go on? Well, you can go on because you're on mine, right? So I think you'll be okay. There says we run California. Yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, too. Oh, good. David, how you doing, brother? Do me a favor. Let's see. Let me I needed your information again. I lost it, Dave. Hold on. Of our bet. And then remind me what we bet again. So I says delete this shit so you can start making that money. Well, I mean, I it's just hard for me, it's just hard for me it works so hard making those videos, and YouTube does that crap, man. And I just need to go in there. There's a lot of them. I need to go in there. But yeah, my guy David Corona says, what's up, everyone? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, brother. Let's see. Hold on. But yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Back in the day says top five Rams running backs, my favorites in my opinion. Dickerson, Falk, Jackson, Gurley, and Tyler. Window Tyler. Let's hope Williams continues to play at a high level so he can be a great Ram. Listen, Kyron Williams he's better than I thought. I knew he was going to be good, but I was like, man, I wish he had a little more speed, right? But no, he's got enough speed. He's showing me. I liked him already, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. David says, I like the Rams don't fill up their stadium. Other teams take over. Yeah, the Rams were out of this market for 20 plus years. And also, too, I said this before, but a lot of Ram fans, I'll just say it this way. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. But there's Ram fans that sell their tickets. The PSL rights for season tickets is expensive. There's a parking pass that's expensive. The season tickets altogether, it's pricey for SoFi Stadium, and they raised the price this year. A lot of times the Ram fans sell their tickets. A lot of them sell them when they already have one for themselves, and they sell a second one. They try to sell it to Ram fans, but you know how that goes sometimes. But if you ever notice in certain other games, it's packed full of Ram fans. But it's going to take a while for the Rams to get back to, because the Rams were out of this community in Los Angeles for 20 plus years. And so that's how you do it. You win. Let's see. Debrick says Brett Maher returns. The legend of Brett Maher. Debrick says the only 49ers, only the 49ers and Steelers are the other teams that fill up the stadium. Sonic says I can go on yours. He has me blocked. Oh, okay. All right. Tracy, how you doing? The Rams get run over in California. How you doing, Tracy? And she says, I attacked John Jay and he didn't like it. Oh, never attack somebody on their own show. That's not a good thing. You'll get blocked. I don't like to block nobody. We got some people that come in and they do personal attacks and your mom this or that or stupid stuff. And like, if you're disrupting, if you're talking about the teams, it's okay. We just having fun here. We're having a conversation. I'd rather have just real conversation. Well, I really think this or that, and not that McVay sucks or Shanahan sucks or that. We don't need that really either. But no personal attacks. And but yeah, if you're being disruptive, then that's what happens. A lot of times people don't care. Well, I don't care if I'm blocked out. I'll go on that show anyway. That's what happens too. Derek says, Rubila, what do we think about the Raiders? I like their interim coach. I think they should hire him. I think he's done enough to keep that job. It's a full rebuild, man. I'd get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. I'd get rid of Devontae Adams. Get some picks. I'd like for them to trade us for this offseason, all in, looking for the fire sale from the Raiders. I would love for us to get Crosby, their defensive end, to go with Kobe Turner and Aaron Donald. And then you have Byron Young on the other side. And then we get another veteran quarterback or safety, draft in the safety as well. More offensive line depth in the draft. And we're Super Bowl bound, baby. We're Super Bowl bound. We got to plug up. We got to get a kicker. There's some holes we can fill. We have a draft pick in each one of the rounds next year and free agent money. But yeah, the Raiders, I think they should just blow it up, keep that coach, rebuild, and but their backup quarterback's pretty good though. From what I saw, it's hard to tell from a game or two just watching them though. Tracy says, "Yeah, no, I got him. No, you're good. You're good, Tracy. You're good." Yeah, she says, if I post comments in the chat on John Jay's channel, he won't even read them. Oh, you got mad. He got mad at you. Okay, John. Yeah, I'll do it right now. If you guys want to come in, I'll post the link so you guys can come in. You don't have to do your camera if you don't want to. Hold on. Oops. Hold on. I wasn't going to come in right now. I was setting up the show for later, but I said, let me come in. I saw you guys comment. My guy Monster It. There's a link right there, David. And it's right there if you guys want to go in there. Demrick's in there. Yep, there's a link right there. I just sent it to you guys. You guys can click on that. That's the call-in link on StreamYard. And you don't have to put camera. You can select not camera if you don't want to. And then you'll be put in the green room, and you'll be behind the scenes. And let me put this banner up real quick. Let everybody know what's going on. Hold on. I see you, David. Hold on 1 second, brother. There we go. All right, let's get you in here. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing blessed, man. Can't
Good,
complain.
good. Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, happy New Year to you and your family.
Thank you too. So tell me, what was our bet again? Remind me.
It was whoever wins gets a fit-in
Oh yeah,
hat.
this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can still do it. We have backups on both sides. What the
Yeah.
hell? You guys can see. Okay, it's weird that I was in airplane mode for some reason, and you guys are still on.
And you said you lost my number?
Yeah, send it to me again. I
You got a
had
piece
it
of
there.
paper or you got
I
a piece
had
of
it
paper?
there. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna private chat you. Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then I had it, and then I was gonna copy it and then put it in my phone, and then that live I closed it. I go shit.
Yeah, I was waiting for your text, so I was waiting for
That's
you.
why I did it. I go. I hope it comes on. I was gonna have to find you on somewhere else, but hold on.
Okay. Here's
Yeah, that's what happened. I closed it out, and
no worries, brother.
but yeah, how was your New Year?
It was good, man. I didn't do nothing exciting. We just stayed home. Yeah, I was chill. I stayed home.
Yeah, me too, man. I don't like to go anywhere when they're gonna be drinking and stuff. I'm older dude now, so I don't
Yeah,
need to go out
I
there.
went to the Niner game on Christmas though, but
Oh, that's cool, man.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
so tell me, brother, are you guys gonna win it this year, man? Are you guys gonna win it?
you know it. We're gonna win it.
You guys gotta win it, man. Listen, you're one of the guys too. Like I told Wayne Breezy earlier today, I was on it. I called in on his thing.
Yeah,
That,
me too.
I don't like the Niners, but you're like and rest in peace, Corey Davis. He's one of the guys that I would have been happy for. I wish he could see it, that he's looking down and watching too. But
Yeah,
you're one of the
exactly.
guys I'd be happy for, and Wayne Breezy, and because it's just sports. We love our teams. It's just sports, but they mean a lot to us, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Sports. It's just like a movie. You're feeling down, and things are going bad. And you go see a good movie, uplifts you for a few hours, or you watch your team win. You feel better. God, well, at least my team won. It's something that we like a hobby. It's a hobby, a sports hobby.
Exactly.
And
So
but yeah, man. But yeah, okay. I was like, what did we bet again? I couldn't remember if it was in the playoffs or if it was the regular season game. Okay.
yeah, regular. I just sent you my my number on the
Okay, good.
pirate tab.
Let me put that because that's what happened. I got distracted, and then I didn't realize that I hadn't put it in there. So let me put that in here right now.
Let me see what size hat. What size hat you wear?
I don't even know, man. Since I have my hair long, I was gonna cut it right before the pandemic, and then I go, you know what? When it's over, I'll cut it.
Yeah.
And but I'll let you know. But
All right.
let's see. I'm gonna call you so that way you have my number. Hold on.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That way, I got you saved in there. I'll just do it real quick, and then that's
And you
me.
said you live in Riverside too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Riverside. I live in Riverside too.
Oh, that'll be cool, man. We can get together one day. Let's see.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
so,
We could meet up like at the Tyler Mall or something or whatever.
Yeah. So
Or
that's
we
me
take
right
the bus.
there. That's me right there. So I'll hang up and then just save it, and I'll save you in there.
Okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, that'll be cool, man. We can, we'll figure something out, man. We can hang out. If you guys
We
make
could
it
go
to
to
Super Bowl,
lunch. We could go lunch. Your wife
yeah,
and my wife. We could do something. We
that'll
could
be
do something
cool.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
for sure.
man, we can yeah, that'll be cool, man. I would like that. Let me get my guy SG in here real quick.
Yeah, for sure, man.
SG, my guy Gammon. How you doing, Gammon?
I heard somebody saying about going to lunch, so I'm just trying to get my silverware ready. Where are we going, guys? Where are we going?
We're gonna go to a Star Trek little hole in the wall, a bar.
Hey, as long as I can get my Earl Grey tea hot, just the way I like it.
We're going to you like that place where we eat sushi and all that?
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I figure I've never really been to LA or anything like that. So next season, I'll have to come down there, and then you guys will have
Yeah,
to show me
man.
some good joints to eat.
Yeah, man.
You live in the Bay? You live in the Bay?
No, so right now I'm stationed in Tennessee. So
okay.
Yeah, but I did just come back from California because I'm on holiday block leave and saw family.
Oh, right on. Yeah, that's cool. Hell yeah.
Get a ticket.
Yeah, I went to my first Niner game on Christmas. We had a good time.
Yeah.
But unfortunate, we lost.
That was your first one. Wow, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, my first game ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I used to be.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
I have to go to SoFi one of these days.
Oh man, you'll love SoFi, man. We're
my
so blessed.
My homie built that stadium.
It's amazing stadium. Oh, that's what you were saying. They helped build that stadium.
Yeah, my homie did.
Wow, it's so beautiful, man. That's the kind of stadium you guys should have. That's the kind of stadium you guys should have. Especially not being in the San Francisco state, city. You're technically in Santa Clara, which is 42 miles away, but they should have went all in, for that stadium.
Yeah, 49ers have a good stadium too. It was like right off the corner of the street. But it was I sent you some pictures on the text message.
Okay, cool. But yeah, man, that's what it's about. I used to be a Rams season ticket holder. And then
you still are?
No, I'm not this year. Because
everything went up or what?
Well, no, they pissed me off because when we won the Super Bowl, everybody wants to be a Ram fan now, right? So
yeah, exactly.
They are more interested in selling to corporate tickets, I think. So what happened is I couldn't get a parking pass. I couldn't get a parking. We my buddies would chip in, and so by the time we were season ticket owners from the year before,
yeah.
By the time we got in the queue, they were sold out.
Yeah,
so I have a season ticket. I'm a season ticket holder coming back. I just figured that our spot was already held. That we're going to be, we were since the Coliseum. We've been season ticket holders since they came back in 2017, 2016.
Hey, you're a great Rams content creator. I love all your videos on your channel. I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, get a lot of guests on here.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
I got a lot of respect for you too, Rudy.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you.
Ramilia, when did you start this YouTube channel about the Rams? You're a big Rams fan in general, so did you start this?
Well, like a lot of people don't realize, when I go in on chats and stuff and I have fun, I'm just having fun. Like, I don't do personal attacks. Me and Tommy Huxley used to go back at each other, and I said, you know what? I don't want to do that. But Tommy Huxley's my buddy. Now it's funny that we're friends now, but this is before I had my channel. And then I said, you know what? Let me do videos from tailgating because I'm a Ram fan. And so then I got my channel, and it happens to be that my first year of my channel, they won the Super Bowl. So that was, I'm good luck, but I've been a Ram fan since I was a kid in '79. And I know the ups and downs, the 17 game streak.
You're also a really great guy as well.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
You too, man. You too, man.
You're a great guy, man.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you think the Niners are going to do this year, man? Do you think that you think the Rams and
Niners it's gonna be the Niners and Ravens, and we get our payback.
Hey, Ramili, do you think the Rams and Niners game is going to be close?
Yes.
How close do you think it's going to be? Like, you think it's going to be a nail biter of a win or what?
3.
I think it's going to be whoever has the ball in the last 2 minutes. Say it's tie game. If we have it, Jake Moody will come in and win that field goal.
Yeah, as a Niners fan, I've already kind of spoken my piece, but and I have to go.
You're a Niners fan too?
Oh, huge, massive.
Yeah,
Hey, how many yards do you think Brock Purdy's going to throw against the Rams?
0.
He's not playing.
He's a third string quarterback.
Oh, he's not playing?
He's not
No,
playing.
we got Sam Darnold.
No, I don't have trust in Sam Darnold.
How he came in the last quarter against the Ravens, I thought we were going to come back, but we were doing.
I don't know how well Darnold's going to do.
I think he would do good.
I
trust him.
I don't trust him, man. And nobody likes Darnold when he came from Carolina.
Too much.
I trust him. I seen him play it on Christmas. He almost came back, but all we were doing was passing. We didn't run the ball, so that's why we lost.
So I would say this. So the big thing here is the injuries that the 49ers have, right? I don't know what the gentleman's name is to the right of me.
Christian McCaffrey.
No. I'm sorry.
He goes by SG.
SG. Okay, yeah. So SG. So basically, we have like already some players that are already injured, so we can't put a whole bunch of guys. Like, we have to play a lot of our guys. Ironically, this game coming up, the reason why we don't have to necessarily with Brock Purdy is because that new rule that allowed teams to designate to have a third quarterback, basically suit up but not be a part of the active game day roster is the big thing. So that's why we're kind of able to squeeze them there. And then what you can look for is probably 2 players designated from the practice squad, because you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to call up 2 players from the practice squad up to go ahead and play. But we're gonna be pretty thin. Players have to play. That's just the way that's gonna have to go. You got to have 48 guys ready to go, because you also do special teams, everything like that. Can't afford anybody to get hurt or injured. But I'm sure Rams are kind of in the same thing. So where a lot of people are thinking this isn't going to be an entertaining game or anything, I think it will be. The Rams kind of have something to play for. I don't think it matters too much for them whether they're the 6th seed or the 7th seed. I actually like the Rams going into Dallas Stadium, Texas Stadium over there in Dallas, and beating the Cowboys.
For me, I'm like a longtime 49er fan. I love this team so much. I have so much like loyalty in this team that they're gonna be successful. But sometimes they're not successful, right? Sometimes they make a lot of mistakes, right? Like, they're not always perfect. Like, no team can be perfect all the time, right? It's
well,
just
Christmas was evident of that, but yeah.
I was at that game
too. You can't be perfect, right? You agree with me that team cannot always be perfect. They can always not always like perform off like completely, like they cannot always perform at their best.
Yeah,
I think because the 49ers are a really well-knit team, right? They have McCaffrey, they have Samuel, they have Purdy.
Yeah, the coaching staff, all the infrastructure, right? So I mean, you're talking about culture right there, which is something I was just shocked to see what DeMeco Ryans and Dan Campbell were able to do over in Houston and Detroit.
And when I heard that McCaffrey was not playing this game, I was kind of worried because McCaffrey is one of their best players. He's having a hell of a year, hell of a season. He's about to break Jerry Rice's record. So if he gets like 2 more touchdowns, he ties Jerry Rice.
He's not playing. He's not playing. He's not playing.
I'm not saying he's playing, but he has a chance of breaking Jerry Rice's record.
Yeah, and the thing is you could see Brock Purdy trying to tack on a couple more milestones too, right? But for these 2 teams, it's just a record that may or may not happen versus what you're trying to do in the playoffs as a team, right? It just isn't worth it. But I agree with you there. I think both teams want to win this game. But at the same time, it's going to be more fun, entertaining to watch for sure. I think the big takeaway, right? If I was a 49ers fan or if I was a Rams fan and I was watching this game and I said what is the big takeaway here from it if both teams don't have their starting quarterbacks and some other key starters playing a lot of snaps, right? And what it would be for me is I wonder if these guys are trying anything up differently schematically, right? Because I know like the big focus is going to be like, well, let's see how well Sam Darnold plays. But if Sam Darnold has a good game, where the Rams fans going to say? They're going to be like, well, we started Darnold, but he only played a quarter. Like you guys weren't
I
even
mean,
going, but you're looking at scheme. You're looking
for
at
many
scheme and
people
adjustment.
who are attending this football game at Levi's,
Sure.
it's definitely going to be pretty exciting because it's going to be the first time a SoCal team from Southern California is playing a team from Northern California. So it's, I mean, I know many people are stoked to see that, you know, one team from Los Angeles play a team from the play a team like the 49ers.
Well,
It's pretty exciting for some people, right? I don't think some people are that excited about that, but for me, I really like to see a team from Northern California go up against a team from SoCal.
well, in this game, since Stafford's not going to play, Brock Purdy's going to play, right?
No, he's not playing.
They're sitting him out.
Yep.
So that's what you guys said. Darnold versus
Austin
Wentz.
Wentz.
No, Brock Purdy might be a backup, right? What happens if Darnold gets
No,
injured?
he's not.
He's not playing.
Who's your third quarterback?
Allen.
Brandon
Allen.
Allen.
Oh, that's right. So, and on the Rams side, we want to see Wentz get some reps. Hopefully, the speedster rookie who hasn't been able to play, Zach Evans, he's got game-breaking speed. We never even got a chance to see him in a real game. Tutu Atwell will be out there. Ben Skoranek, Trammell.
Ben, good old Ben.
Yeah, Benny Skull. And Gammon, are you familiar with Davis Allen, the tight end?
Yes.
He's a really good player, man. I was touting him in the beginning of the year. That's another weapon that we have now. Mm-hmm. And he's played a few times in the last few games. And he's going to be another weapon in the future, but he looks really good. So those guys I'm excited for. And also too, I would kick the shit out of the ball. I would have Brett Maher get, I don't care if it's 3rd and 3, just down it and let Brett Maher come out and get his reps in and kick you. Because I don't know if you know how bad our kicker's been. We got rid of him. We waved him.
You waved him. I saw that. Yeah, it was like after we got off the last time you and I were talking here, Rudy.
Yeah,
right? It was like it seemed like either 12 hours later that you guys released your kicker.
Hey, Amelia, I got Madden 24 for the PlayStation 5. I played the Rams and the Niners. Damn, looks so realistic as hell, man. Like, it looks so realistic. Like, I can't even believe it, man. Like, I'm playing like a real game at Levi's on a video game. Not even a real game. It's a simulation game.
Yeah.
And it looks so real. I'm like, I can't even believe it, man. I'm like, I just, that's why I got the game, just because I want to like play like the Niners and the Eagles or maybe whatever team on Madden. It looks so realistic, man. Like, it's just like a different level. The game is the graphics are so good. Yeah. Everything is so great about the game.
I haven't played Madden in a long time. Yeah. The last time I played Madden, I think Marshall Faulk was on the cover. I haven't bought them because it's the same game over and over again, just a little better graphics. And they always screw with my Rams though. They always have messed up ratings. I mean, Matthew Stafford.
I'm sure the ratings for you guys the beginning of this year were horrible.
Like Matthew Stafford they had a thing about that with the Madden game, this new Madden, and I know they can update it in with the downloads, but he wasn't even a top 20 quarterback according to Madden because of last year. I'm God. Like, get the hell out. Matthew Stafford, I gotta say this. Matthew Stafford is one of the most, and I'm not saying it just because he's a Ram quarterback, but he's one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, he's an older guy, but he's an elite quarterback. I mean, if without Matthew Stafford, the Rams aren't where they are. He's had to play. Yeah. Imagine the pressure of leading a team without Cooper Kupp. And we got these players, but it's all on him. That's why when people compare like the Brock Purdy's who had a great season and broke Niner records, amazing. But you couldn't put it all on him. He couldn't do that because he's a young quarterback and he's a different kind of quarterback.
Yeah, it's just not asked of him. Yeah, it's not asked of him the same way. Yeah,
Matthew Stafford has had to lead this team. He's basically the Magic Johnson of the Rams. I mean, when we sat him out one game, we saw what the Rams were.
We were against that Green Bay.
Yeah,
the
horrible,
pre-HIV.
Horrible.
And I blame Snead and McVay for that. We gave away that game. I mean, we should have had a bet. Carson Wentz should have been here for a better backup when Stetson Bennett. Whatever he's dealing with. but he doesn't get the respect. And they always kiss Aaron Rodgers' butt. The immunized diva. He hasn't done nothing in 10 years. The Niners knock him out in the first round.
Is Donald playing this week?
Who's that?
Is Aaron Donald playing this week?
No, I don't think he's going to play.
Oh, he's not?
No.
And the thing I like about Ramila is that he doesn't pressure people to turn on their video. Because I know some people make people feel uncomfortable turning on their video. They don't feel comfortable doing it. I'm happy that Ramila kind of respects that if you don't want to turn your video on, you don't have to.
Yeah, no, you don't have to put your camera on. Sometimes my hair's messed up.
Mine too can get that way. I got a question for you, Rudy. So two questions. So number one is are you guys playing your running backs, or what's the rotation with your running back order? Number one.
So go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry.
And then the number two question for you is what are you most looking forward to for this week 18 matchup? Because it's kind of weird that it's not a lot happens for either team if we win or lose, right? Like you guys being in the 6th seed or 7th seed, to me doesn't matter because you guys we're in the playoffs. Like you're gonna have to beat good teams no matter what in order to get to the Super Bowl, right?
And then in the playoffs too.
Yeah, it's not like you get to play the Buccaneers or the Saints 3 times straight in the playoffs in order to go to the Super Bowl. So just week 18 specifically, what is something that you're kind of going like, I'd like to see this from my team or from this roster, from this coaching staff before we head into the wild card?
For us, besides the kicking game and special teams being horrible, those are our two Achilles heel. We lost to the Ravens, and even though there was a block in the back that didn't get called, it sucks that the refs. This is the thing that sucks. We've always worried about the refs, but this year has been so horrible.
It really is, yeah.
I mean, okay, so we gave our all against the Ravens, 37-31. It was a battle at Baltimore, right?
Right.
And for that game to be ended on a block in the back that wasn't called and they won, that sucks. That's the way it goes. But seriously, you didn't see a block in the back. So they won that game. And but our special teams, our secondary has been bad at times. We give up big plays. We're getting ready to blow somebody out, and then here comes Flacco with a couple of deep passes, get him right back in it. Or here comes Tyrod Taylor with a couple of deep passes. So I thought Kobe Durant was going to be a breakout player this year.
Yeah.
And but he couldn't take being the man now because we got rid of Ramsey. So I think in the third year he'll be a lot better, but he's kind of taking his lumps this year. And then we had to go out and get Witherspoon from the Steelers. He's been a godsend. He's been a great veteran for us. 4 picks since he's been with us. So those are the things I want to see the secondary play better, even though it's against backups. Get some reps. Get Travarius Tomlinson. Hopefully, will be able to play in our drafted. Travarius Tomlinson will be able to play. I'm looking forward to the running game with Zach Evans finally getting some reps, and I want to see what Carson Wentz looks like. It's going to be basically on the job interview to see if he's going to be our backup maybe next year and come back or be asked to come back as our backup.
So I'm really glad. Hold on one second. So I'm really glad, Rudy, that you touched on that point, right? So people who are thinking about not tuning into the game or think about doing some chores, folding laundry, etc., what have you on Sunday, I think this is what's going to be most entertaining, exciting is that you're going to see 2 former first-round picks, right, in Wentz and then our guy here, Sam Darnold. And these guys are going to be trying to air it out, right? Like they're going to be trying because everybody there is trying to put on good film, good tape. So for us, likewise, running backs, we want to see Jordan Mason. And I know that you're saying your secondary is going to be going up against backups. No, they should be going up against Ayuk and Deebo Samuel because, again, the big thing is the hands already tied as far as exactly who the 49ers can sit for this game. So I think it's going to be a good game. And Wentz, I don't know why, but that man has our freaking number. He really does.
I saw he was 3-1. I was like, really?
Yeah, because he does something that a lot of other quarterbacks don't do against this 49ers defense, which I don't know why. But he really tries to pressure us on the boundaries and then deep. Just really just looking at those 50-50 balls, he just gives those wide receivers a chance. And man, I'm so jealous that you guys drafted Puka instead of us. That kid is nothing short of freaking amazing.
They said when they drafted Puka, they were looking for a Robert Woods type, and he's all that and more. I mean, basically, I said this before. I think when we were on, he's our Deebo Samuel, except he's a student of the game. The Rams have a they call it Stafford Breakfast Club, where in the beginning, they early morning they come in staff and cup and they look at film, and Puka's in there now too. So really good guys to learn under with Puka and like Stafford and Cup, but he's basically our Debo. He runs people over and he gets yak yards, but he knows how to run routes, and he's a team guy. He's not looking for the limelight. You ever hear him talk? He's just so fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's weird how McVay has said, "Oh, you know what? That team has been bullying us on the trenches. We have more beef on the O-line now. It's a different breed of Rams. We have Dotson and Steve Avila. On the D-line, we got Bobby Brown III, heavy guy, Kobe Turner. We're molding our team to be built to stand up to the Niners more than in recent. We can't get us in the trenches so much anymore on both sides. And we have some players that can run some of the offensive schemes that Kyle does with Puka Nacua, but he can run routes and he's got great hands.
Yeah.
So, and then Davis Allen is another guy. Davis Allen, the tight end. A lot of people don't know about him, but he got a couple chances to play. Another upcoming guy, man. It's going to be amazing in the next couple of years between our teams. The Niners have tough choices. If they don't win this year, how much longer is Trent Williams going to play? Are you guys going to lose Ayuk or Debo because their contracts? Are you going to get rid of Debo to sign Ayuk when Purdy gets his money in a year or two, in a couple of years? You're going to have to make tough decisions. Both of our teams, will Matthew Stafford last for a couple more years? We have to get the heir apparent to him. It's going to be interesting.
I would say I think Stafford's going to be able to last a couple more years, especially the way that this offensive line coach for you guys is coaching his ass off, and the way
Ryan Wendell.
Yeah, because you have to assume that your offensive line is only going to improve next season when they get a whole film or a whole season worth of tape where they can watch how they worked, not just individually, but as a unit, and they improve as a unit, improve that way. I would say, this: if we win the Super Bowl, this is the thing that I've been kind of stating, but if we win the Super Bowl, I do think that there is a strong chance that Trent retires. For a lot of 49ers fans, we kind of saw somebody's body, a really good left tackle, go through something similar, and that was Staley. At that point, that's kind of where I get worried about it. Now, and then to kind of jump forward, screaming kind of far ahead, when Brock Purdy is up for his to get paid, right? So after next season, when it's time for his contract to get negotiated, do I think that we'll have to, either will we lose Debo or Ayuk or anything? No, I think we'll keep them both because at least for another season. So I think that Debo, Ayuk, and Brock will be together for 3 seasons after this one. Main reason is because under this current CBA or whatever you call it, right? They're able to backload all of Brock's kind of like contract. Because when you look at Jalen Hurts' contract, he's not getting paid a whole heck of a lot this season, even though he signed a monster contract. But you look at his 2027, 2028 numbers, like those are some bring you down to your knees like type like cap hits. Like they've got to win a Super Bowl and Hurts between now and 2025. If they don't, his cap hit is just so intense. I don't see how they can do anything with it.
Ooh, Tit Williams?
No. Hurts.
Oh, Hurts.
But I'm saying though they'll be able to structure Brock Purdy's cap hit to where basically we'll probably have a good 2 or 3 seasons of him still being relatively cheap, not like 7th round cheap, but we'll be able to fit in the other guys into there. Plus, too, you're able to kind of rework some other things. So I think with that they'll be okay. The only thing where I got kind of tentative about the future of that core group being staying together is if they win the Super Bowl, Trent Williams retires. This is such a below average starting offensive line. Like if Trent Williams got injured the first week of the playoffs, if you were to ask me what do I think our chances are to win the Super Bowl or being in the Super Bowl, it drastically percentage goes down so much. So I would just say maybe they kind of flirt with the idea of trading Ayuk, but I think it would take a couple first round picks. And then so in that way, then we can be up in the top half of the first round of the draft, and then get Trent's, because otherwise, I mean, I'm just glad that Brock's been able to stay upright and not be injured, but he's had 2 real bad stingers the last couple of weeks, and then earlier when we had that 3-game losing skid, he was concussed, and then I felt like then in Minnesota, then he got tackled and his head was thrown back against. So not a lot of great protection for him. So they got to really, that's the point of emphasis really for these guys, is they are going to have to really do what the Rams did and beef up this offensive line.
And you know what? It's very similar to us. Also, by the way, welcome. CarCast is in here.
What's up, CarCast?
Hey, David Corona.
What's up, guys? Yep.
But hold on, SG, real quick. It's gonna be like when the Rams lost Big Wit after we won the Super Bowl. It took us a second for us to find. We actually, it's weird how things work out. That horrible 5-12 season, we were mixed matching 12 different lineups in 12 different games because of the injuries. A record number of injuries. People don't realize that, but we found an Alaric Jackson on our left tackle that's a better than average left tackle. We moved No Boom to right guard, and he was the original left tackle. We were to find pieces, and then we got Dotson from Pittsburgh, drafted Steve Avila, so it actually helped us. And because we have that crap 5-12 season, we're able to get these diamonds in the rough in the draft. So sometimes things happen for a reason, But one thing I wanted to say is this, and tell me what you guys think about that. Is so we're talking about now. So I appreciate now and the next year, but what McVay and Snead are building, and like I said, hopefully Stafford can last for another few more years. Hopefully we'll draft an heir apparent, or they're not afraid to bring in a veteran quarterback. The Levi Stadium hosts the Super Bowl in 2026. And the Niners are the 4th oldest team. They're going to be losing players as Purdy gets paid. I guarantee that McVay and Les Snead are eyeing McVay hoisting that trophy at Levi Stadium in 2026.
Oh, hell no.
SoFi Stadium hosts the Super Bowl in 2027 the next year. So the Rams will be ascending as possibly the Niners are descending. We will see. A lot can happen, but I wanted to give you guys a glimpse into what the thought is, because 2026, we're already in 2024. Brock Purdy gets paid in 2 years.
Let's let CarCast take that one since he just hopped on. Oh, no, where did CarCast go?
You scared him.
Hey, David Corona.
Nah, he'll be back. Hey, what's up, bro?
What are your top 5 keys to victory if the 49ers want to get a win over the Rams in Week 18?
We just have to be playing how we've been playing the last couple of weeks. Except that Christmas game, and we just have to be playing how we've been playing. Our defense has to keep grinding. I know they want that Super Bowl. So and I want it too. So I think all 49er fans wants that Super Bowl. And then just take one week at a time. 1 week at a time.
It's so hard to win the Super Bowl, man. I mean, it's especially with free agency. I mean, since 2018, we've lost so many players. I mean, we've tried everything that we could to win that damn Super Bowl, and it sucks. And both times we got there, 2018, we lost Cooper Kupp. He didn't even play. Todd Gurley was a shell of himself, and you have a third-year quarterback, basically had a deer in the headlights with Belichick's defense, and we lost to the Patriots. And then 2021, we lost Robert Woods. Luckily, OBJ and Von Miller was available, and we had to get Eric Weddle off the scrap heap. you got to take advantage when you have your chance.
I can't get that song "Let's Ram It" out of my head. That's one of the catchy songs that's stuck in my head now. You're the fault that song is stuck in my head now. Now I listen to that song over and over again, and I don't know why I can't get this song out of my head. That old song with all the Rams, the old Rams and everything. The video you showed me on your channel.
Yeah.
I can't get this song out of my head now. It's so catchy. So
you're in, Fernando. I just want everyone to welcome Fernando. You're in, Fernando. Hey. You're on, just to let you know, brother. How you doing, man?
What's up, everybody? Good, man. Just kind of working and streaming at the same time.
That's awesome. So what do you think for Sunday?
How'd you find about that song, Let's Ram It?
Oh, I heard that song. Now, real quick before I ask Fernando a question. 1985, the Bears had the Super Bowl Shuffle, right? The Rams came out with their version called Let's Ram It. And it was cringe. It's cringy, but it's now classic because it's from the 80s, in the late 80s. You have Eric Dickerson in there. Hold on. This is what he's talking about, guys. Hold on. Hold on. This is why I don't get monetized. They're like, you have to delete this video. Hold on. Let me show you. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Where are you at? Here we go. Check this out.
Red in here, I'm a pumping-eyed man. If Eric can't get it, I will and I can. I'm strong as you come, but I've got a brain, and stopping me is like stopping a train.
I'm Carl Lee, the general of the D. I make the calls, I'm the coaching LB. This motorcycle hit's got style and class. If you come my way, I'll knock you on your ass. Today's the name to intimidate. The pass it my way, I'll see you later. Quick on my feet, the ladies agree. Before they know it, they'll ram it with me. The Iceman Comer, the Roy's the name. I cover the corner, interception's my game. Score more than anybody else on the D, cause I move like a cat, as you will see.
The guys call me Dick instead of Dick the son. I lead the Rangers, I'm the Rams top gun. They say I'm as smooth as a runner can be. Even sweetness and the others are talking about me. I like to dance and have a lot of fun. When it comes to ladies, want a brainy one. But enough about me, we're here to ram it, you see. If you ram it just right, you can ram it all night. Ram it. Do you know how to ram it? Let's ram it. We know how to ram it. We'll be rocking LA. So let's ram it.
It's so cringe-worthy, but it's a guilty pleasure, man.
There's a remake of that with the 21 Super Bowl champ guys. They put their like heads on the bodies.
Yeah, I saw that.
Von Miller did that. That was
it's
really
funny because I told them that they should do a remake with OBJ and all them actually doing it. You know, the Super Bowl, the Rams Super Bowl Shuffle, with all the modern one. You know, have bring in Dr. Dre in there to do a new one. That would have been cool, but yeah, that's what he's talking about. That's cringeworthy, but it's a guilty pleasure because now it's classic. But what do you think, Fernando, for Sunday, man? What do you think about us resting our starters? You think they should rest Puka?
Are they? Because I saw the media saying that they're gonna rest Purdy, and CMC's well, obviously he's injured, and I wouldn't want to risk him either. To me CMC catapulted more the Niners offense when he came aboard with them. Like it was just so different, and obviously, you know, for us, it's kind of Kyron Williams, the same thing too. I mean, he's not on CMC's level or anything like that, but he's doing a pretty good job, you know, for a 5th round pick.
Oh, well, the production is virtually the same, except for CMC is in his prime. Kyron Williams is in his second year.
CMC has that breakout speed, and he's also little bit harder to tackle. So
Oh yeah, he's a beast, man. We that's why we went after him. We tried to get him.
I'm glad you guys didn't pick him up.
But he's amazing. That's what it takes, man. You got to have big dogs.
It's weird how it pans out, because if we would have gave up all those draft picks, we would have probably not had none of the guys we have now. Probably no Puka, like
Yeah.
It's just weird how stuff pans out.
Yeah.
I would like to have maybe played Stafford for a quarter, couple snaps. Because me personally, I don't like when he gets these long rests, because he comes out looking cold, man, like kind of ring rust, if you want to call it.
Rusty.
Yeah, man. And
Hey, Ramili, the only way if the 49ers want to win this game against the Rams, they have to run the ball down the Rams' throats and make Matthew Stafford feel uncomfortable and pressure him in the pocket.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to play this game.
We got Mitchell coming in too.
They announced that both starting quarterbacks are not playing.
Yeah, they're not playing. But yeah, Matthew. Well, see, that's one thing too, Fernando. Like we had our worst game in a while. Matthew Stafford for 2 months has been on P's and Q's. But we coming off of a 10. We went on that Thursday, so we had like a 10-day rest, and we came out sluggish. But plus we went 3,000 miles to New York.
You guys almost lost that game too.
Yeah, and so we came out sluggish. We had 10-day rest, so maybe we don't need that much rest.
So I'll add two comments to what you were asking me. So, me personally, if we were gonna play the Niners, I'd want to play them our starters versus their starters, and so like that. If whatever happens. If the Rams win, then you could say you beat them with full power.
Yeah.
Because for me, I feel like if we beat them with second starters or whatever, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Like
it don't matter.
And I'm sure, I'm at least for me, I don't know how the Niners fans feel, but I don't want like those I don't know, sympathy wins. Like, I don't know. We're not beating the real Niners because they're not starting their starters. They're having their second stringers.
It's like when they beat us in 2017 when we were resting all of our starters for the Atlanta game when we won the division, and then Jimmy G came in. They blew us out, but it was all backups. It's the same type of deal. But
we beat you guys with Nick Mullins though. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I'm talking about that first time because
yeah.
And then after that game, McVay went on to we swept the Niners, and he was 3-1 against the Niners. And then now 2019, that's when they took off on that streak. But yeah.
So what I will say is I noticed a lot of the teams that are not in playoff contention anymore. Those are the guys that are playing kind of hardball right now because
the Arizona Cardinals.
I mean. They got the players are playing for their livelihoods because they want to put that film out there to hey, I still want to be on this team, or B, maybe somebody else will hire me next year. Arizona Cardinals beat Philly. How many upsets have there been? Like, I mean, the Giants almost beat Philly too. They almost beat us. I mean.
In the AFC, the Browns are a dark horse. The Browns are a dark horse in the AFC, man. With Flacco,
yeah, man. Like for me,
they're 11-5.
Man, the Browns. If I was them, I'd be looking at Watson. Like, we paid you all this money, you've only played 10 games in 2 years. I think it's time for them to maybe move on from him. Like,
they should call the Vikings. You guys need you're gonna get rid of
our low his contract. You know what I
mean? But yeah, the teams that have nothing to actually play for, those are the worst teams to play for. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow Washington beats Dallas this week.
Yeah.
Or even the Giants beat Philly. Because
I think the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to be down for a year or two, man, because they lost a lot of players. They have young players, and
that organization is imploding over there right now.
And then Sirianni's already melting down, man. He's arguing
That's
with
why.
guys.
That's why they were not the same team they were last year. They lost too many people.
And it sucks that they had that fumble against Mahomes in the Super Bowl. They could have won, man. They could have took advantage of that one year that they were real good. And I don't picture them being really good for a while again like that.
Rudy,
And
I have a
Kansas City
question.
doesn't look. Oh, sorry about that.
Go ahead, Fernando.
You're good. I had a question for you guys on the Niners side. So, I mean, obviously, you guys want to rest your starters, right? But how do you guys feel about like having 2 weeks off? Like, is that a concern? Maybe, that's a long time from actually playing ball. You know, I know there's practice, but I feel like that's a long. In my opinion, that might be a long time, but only the coach knows best, right?
Yeah, what do you
on
guys
mute.
think about that? All
You're on
that
mute.
rest.
You on mute, buddy?
Well,
Hold on.
You still on mute?
Hold on. Testing. Fernando, you're on mute. They say.
Not Fernando. The other guy. No, not you. The other guy.
Cameron, you're on mute.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if you guys answered my question. How do you guys? I don't know how you guys feel about that 2 week.
I agree with you, but we need Christian McCaffrey. He's dealing with an injury right now, a calf injury. So we need him to rest. Yeah, that's a long time to play, and we didn't have practice and all that. But like, we do need those guys to rest, and they be ready for the practice and all that. So yeah, I agree with you, man. That's too long to play.
In my opinion, or like we've dealt with a lot of injuries. The calf injuries, I think Cooper Kupp's dealing with one. Those just linger, and
they said it's mild though. It's not serious.
Oh, that's good. That's good news.
He just plays CMC plays so hard, man. He leaves it all on the field. That's why I like him so much. And same thing with Puka Nacua.
My dad just got his jersey, and my brother bought it for him when they went to the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was
Hey, Ramilia, I'm hoping that both of these teams put up a great fight, make the game really competitive, make it really fun.
Not a
Because I know both of these teams are really, really good. Both of these teams are really good. The Rams and the Niners. They're really great teams, man. So I think it's going to be a fun game to watch.
You're back, Cameron. Yeah, it'll be a great game to watch, even though we have our backups. Because and why don't you guys, Cameron and David, we're looking forward to if you guys ever release Mason.
Oh yeah, well, I wanted to talk about.
I like him.
I missed it when you guys were talking about. Are we worried about the 2 weeks of rest?
Yeah,
the rest versus rust thing. So I think a lot of that comes down to not just like the head coaches, but the position coaches. How well that they know their players. Also, too, I think it comes down to because not every team practices the same. One of the concerns that I kind of had with the 49ers and how Kyle Shanahan runs his practices is that during the season, he has like a practice or two a week where he runs it like full speed.
Hard.
Yeah, real hard. I mean, real damn hard. So for that,
excuse me, sorry.
So not every team practices the same. So when we say like, our teams are still practicing, but some teams like they do it with the kiddie gloves on, and then Kyle Shanahan doesn't. So that'd be like one reason why I'm not concerned about it, because they're still going to get some good game action reps against each other. Right. Number two, it's not. You can either call it rest for certain players who are hurt or injured. And then for others, I'd call it protection. So I think it's good to protect Stafford. I think it's good to protect Purdy. Because one of the things that we talked about, right, and you're kind of alluding to this a little bit, is that there are some teams that are either out of it, so they're just going to go full try hard. Because they're trying to make sure they have good tape that's put out there, right? Well, same thing here. Sam Darnold and Carson Wentz may not be going up against Nick Bosa or Aaron Donald for 4 quarters, but they're going to go up against somebody else that's going to go 110 miles per hour, hasn't really had very many snaps, isn't really playing for anything else but themselves because they don't even know what team they'll be playing for next year. And I just don't want a guy who's just trying to do whatever he can to make a name for himself and then take a hit on like either my quarterback's hip or ribs or something like that, right? So like just being able to protect that, because again, Brock Purdy had like 2 shoulder stingers like 2 weeks in a row. So if he were to play even just one quarter and then he gets popped real good on that shoulder, we already kind of saw what would happen. So with that, it's kind of the rest protection versus rust. I don't know how hard you guys practice during the week. I got to assume it's probably somewhat similar because I know that Shanahan and McVay kind of come from the same tree. But for that, but you guys did say that Stafford looked a little rusty. Our guys just really don't look rusty when we come out of long extenuated breaks. We actually come out looking like literally like we've just been filed down to a point. Right. Come out hitting. So for us, on our side, rest is good, and we seem to dial everything in to a good point. And again, I don't want to risk my quarterback getting hit by some guy who's like, this is his only time to really get any playing time.
To shine, yeah.
Then they're going to fly a million miles per hour through an offensive line that may be resting a couple key guys and didn't see that guy coming out on a blitz. Like, I'm sure this game, both these quarterbacks each of them are going to take a wicked, wild-ass shot, and then you're going to go like, I'm really glad that our starting quarterback wasn't there absorbing.
Because I agree with you, because I feel like maybe both these quarterbacks don't want to be backup quarterbacks. They might want to be a QB1 in a different organization. And I agree with you on there. I think Stafford was playing rusty because I think his hand's still banged up. So him going to the cold and MetLife kind of threw him off a bit. He'd probably be like the only guy I would want to rest because I still want the other guys to get their snaps in. But then again, what if last year we had so many injuries? Are we risking to have Aaron Donald land the wrong way and tweak his ankle or something? So that's why I'm like, okay.
Or the backup running back for the 49ers who doesn't know, there's like these cardinal rules that while you're playing, things that you just don't kind of do. But what's to say Jordan Mason, the backup third string running back, doesn't cut, block, and dive at Aaron Donald's knees? Right? Yeah. Like there's no need to put your blue chip players to kind of put them through that. So that's what I'd say. I'd rather my guys come out a little rusty in the first half versus unavailable for the entire game.
Question. I know you guys have some good depth pieces, but I've seen it in your secondary. You guys when Ufanga went out, his backup came in and he's playing pretty good.
Yes.
What's that guy's name again?
Jair Brown.
Yeah, he's really good, man. But he's hurt right now too, right? Or
yes, yeah, they're all like everyone. So that's kind of the hard thing, right? So we're talking about week 17, week 18. I honestly, if we were to go in there, because I used to be, at one point in time when I was in the Army, I used to be like a medic. But I bet if I were to walk down, I bet everybody would have some kind of weird back, neck, shoulder injury.
At this point in the season, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think someone said it in the chat. You can really only, have 5 inactive spots, and then you can call up 2 guys from the practice squad. So
my thing is, it's just kind of scary because, say your backups get hurt, and then you need those guys in the. All right, you out of here, man.
I gotta go, man. You guys have a blessed week.
You too,
all right,
brother.
David.
All right.
Props to you, brother. Take care. Thanks for coming in, brother.
Soon. Yeah,
I'll talk to you soon, man. Text.
All right. Late.
Take care.
It for us, I think it's we still want to keep that 6 seed spot.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
For you guys, it's a little different because you guys are already locked in the first. But it just kind of sucks because like, what if your backups get hurt, and then when you go into the, when you're in the playoffs,
right?
You have to rely on backups if anything happens.
We're already relying on backups. So that was when I asked Rudy, I was like, hey, what are some of the big things that you're really looking forward to in this game? And one of them, he said, shoring up special teams. Well, the guys that you see playing probably next week, right, are going to be like some of your special teams guys, right? They're listed as linebacker, but now they're actually playing linebacker. And that's what I was saying is like, this guy is really known for playing special teams, and now he's going to try and do a blitz on the quarterback. Right? He doesn't know all that. So if this guy gets injured, that could be one of your studs for special teams. And if you're already kind of worried about your special teams being already suspect, it's hard to pull in. Now you need a backup safety and a backup special teams player. So you're right. I mean, these injuries right now are immensely costly because I think for all 49ers fans here in this chat, we remember when we went to Green Bay just like a couple years ago, we beat Green Bay in Green Bay. It came down to a special teams play.
Oh, is that when Robbie Gold sealed the deal in the snow?
It was, but it really came down to gosh, I can't remember the defensive tackle's name, but he blocked the punt or the
field goal from Green Bay. I remember that.
That was the only touchdown that we scored. Right. And so it came down to special teams. So I was very glad that Rudy said it because my big thing that I'm looking for is I'm just looking for good play calling. I'm looking for clock management and then seeing the depth. But number two, like I'm here to see the special teams players are playing. And so you're going to get a chance to really see how good your special teams guys are. I'm going to be looking at your guys' kicker because you guys waved the other guy who wasn't doing too hot. So it should be good there.
From what my understanding is, our kicker is good he's good from like 40 and under, right? Because I've always said this myself, but if you're kicking field goals from 50 and up, there's something wrong. Like your team's. There's no need to be punting 60-yard field goals. Like, I get it. That might come down to the wire. But, like, if you're kicking 55 and up, your offense is not doing enough to put you in scoring position. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, we had the same thing with Robbie Gold last year. So, absolutely, yeah.
And so that's why I feel like they went back to him. But for me, our special teams has been, like, too many – missed tackles, their run, muff punts. That's probably been like their weakest part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For us, for the 49ers, the thing I'm looking for is for how good of a defense we are, we sure do miss a bunch of tackles. So I'm looking to see some of that.
But is that from the secondary? Because I know Warner and Greenlaw.
They're the ones missing a lot of the tackles. Warner's actually missing a lot of the tackles.
It was Jordan Willis who blocked the punt when they played Green Bay.
Yeah, I saw that from Tracy there, Jordan Willis. Yeah. So, but
is he still on the team?
No, he's not. So, all right, because we do kind of miss a little bit of interior defensive tackle depth, but that's something I'm looking forward to definitely seeing. We're really, really thin on the secondary, so I don't want to see any of our secondary guys getting injured.
I just looked that up on Wikipedia. Jordan Willis is a free agent right now, so teams are looking to sign him.
Yeah.
So. Sometimes I feel like some teams cut the wrong players.
Oh yeah.
And
every offseason. Yeah, it happens. Like, I'm sure for you guys, Rudy, I don't know if you can pull anything off the top of your noggin, but I know it seems like every year you watch, you hear all the during the offseason, right? You have everything that happens during practices, and then you have all the pre-games and all that stuff, right? And there's always some surprise cuts or some players that they think they can move to the practice squad, and you see other teams poach them. You're like, what the hell are they thinking? Like, there's no way that they were going to sneak that guy onto the practice squad whatsoever. But then they kept the wrong person on the actual 53, and you're like, how the hell did this happen? But yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, in 1998, the Rams left Kurt Warner unprotected, and the Jaguars, I believe the expansion team, I think it was the Jaguars expansion team, didn't select him. So thank God they did it, and we had him for the '99 season, the miracle Cinderella season. So yeah, stuff like that happens all the time, more than you would think.
Yeah, I'm curious to see just exactly how deep your team is, because I thought that you guys picked pretty well, and as far as just like accumulating talent, it's going to kind of be interesting to see just how far down the barrel are rounded out is your guys' team, because you guys are definitely a deep team. That's the only way that you make it into the playoffs, because every team suffers injuries, right, and that sort of thing, and so you're going to have to kind of do that. But
we're deeper than people think, but we there's a lot of positions that we're not. We're thin on the secondary, the O line, which a lot of people are. But like I'm excited to see like maybe a Warren McClendon from Georgia Bulldog, offensive lineman, national champion, get some reps
He's a
possibly.
right tackle.
Yeah, and like I said, a running back, Zach Evans, speed burner, never got a chance to play really. Get some reps. Hopefully he'll be playing. Tutu Atwell's been rusty. He had Demarcus Robinson has been playing a great 5-year span. He was going on 5 games in a row getting a touchdown, and he's our third wide receiver, and he's playing amazing. Getting Tutu Atwell some reps, Ben Skoranek,
love me some Ben Skoranek.
The Ben Sko, he made a name for him. He was on my ass list for a long time. If you remember the NFC chat, Niner fans say Jacoski Tart, gosh darn you, right? The interception drop.
Yeah.
We say Ben Skoranek.
He had it in his hands.
I love that man. I love the man.
Ben Skoranek dropped the touchdown. And remember, we were talking about the Matthew Stafford hate in the media, right? Or the disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a guy that throws 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl and doesn't win co-MVP. He doesn't win co-MVP.
I'm always scared whenever I see a deep pass going to the wide, like an open wide receiver on the Rams.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I see it go through someone's hands in the end zone. I was like, oh, it's Ben. I wish they could have zoomed out a little bit. I wouldn't have been so nervous right there.
And Cameron, check out this out. I'm sorry for not real quick. I'll forget. I'm an old dude. Check this out. People don't realize this season. Check this out, Cameron. That's why I say McVay deserves Coach of the Year. I know that the other guys are
tough to beat.
The Texans, but we lost Cam Akers. Kyrie Williams didn't play right away because Cam Akers, we were trying to give him another shot, right? Sure. It didn't work out. For whatever reason, there was issues with he wanted to be the bell cow, but he didn't want to go with the movement, so we got rid of him, right? We got our guy, there we see, that's what I'm talking about. Fernando, the receiver that we let go. We sent him to Atlanta. Did we send him to Atlanta?
Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson, thank you. Out of sight, out of mind. He was supposed to take off. It was a contract year.
Yeah.
A contract year.
Yeah.
And those 2 players were big cogs in our scheme, our plans. Got rid of those 2 guys. In now steps Kyrie Williams. In now diving in the rough, Demarcus Robinson. Puka Nacua was a godsend. So McVay has shown the ability to adjust on the fly. You remember when Robert Woods got hurt, we and this ownership, unless Snead brought in OBJ, they thought he was washed. We got in Von Miller because we needed a edge pass rusher. So this year has been amazing. Even though where we are now, I still remember what we were where we were at. Van Jefferson was sleepwalking. And in a contract year, he's the reason why we got an interception in the Super Bowl in the end zone, because Matthew Stafford points to the corner of the end zone, tells everybody, I'm going there. Make a play. Throws it up to him, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of being ready, get in position like a rebounder, He falls back.
Yeah.
And the guy intercepts it. What are you doing? Matthew Stafford's telling you it's going there. Get the ball, or at least break it up. So he got that interception, but Van Jefferson has been a disappointment. Showed flashes. He's very great pedigree with his pops. And then Cam Akers was that guy sometimes, and he struggled. So this year's been a roller coaster in our journey. And so here we are again with the Niners and Rams, the two top teams in the NFC. The last time we played each other was the NFC Championship game. And I was really hoping for this game to mean something. You guys needed it for the number one seed, and we needed it to make the playoffs. And then I wanted us to slug it out. I was still worried, but I wanted that game.
Who knows? We might see him in the playoffs again.
Yeah.
If we keep the 6th seed, it could be the championship. If we get the 7th seed, it'll be sometime in the division round or something. If we get there.
Yeah, you guys are to the NFC right now what the Browns are to the AFC. I mean nobody, and I mean nobody wants to really see you guys in the playoffs, because you're the way that you guys are playing, because I always like to go off of what the last 4 games kind of look like, right? Because that's really when teams do their team versus team scouting. They go back about at least 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks, right? Somewhere around there. But yeah, you guys are playing. I'm looking at the Eagles, and they may be higher seeded, but I would relish the opportunity to play those guys for sure. But yeah, I mean, you guys are going to be a tough. Yeah, nobody wants to play the Bills either. No kidding. Gosh, Bills kind of turned their stuff around. Benny Sco He is. I love the way. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place.
You're good.
But happy birthday to was it
LA Rams? Yes, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, can he get a little toot from the horn there? But
yeah, hold on. Let me hold on. Let me give him a little something here. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. He'll like this one. Hold on. Let's see. Happy birthday, LA Rams. And here we go. Was yesterday, man. Golly. I always said I'm a big Laker fan, Dodger fan. Not so much of a big Kings fan, but I'm a Kings fan. I've never been to a Kings. Old school Marcel Dion, with the purple and gold. But I've never went to a parade for the Dodgers or the Lakers. But I said if the Rams win, I'm going to the parade. And of course, it's not as huge as the Lakers and Dodgers because they just come back. But there was a lot of people, especially in the gathering, as they got closer to the rally spot. And so, happy birthday, LA Rams, man! I know you remember that like it was yesterday too, like me. And I always said that God can't take me until my Rams win the Super Bowl in LA. And so, I guess He could take me now because we won it, man. It was amazing, and we're back in the race again. The last time we were in the Super playoffs, we won the Super Bowl. And so, that would be an amazing run if we could shock the world. And, we'll see what happens. Happy birthday, man.
I have a message to say to Aaron Donald. Put a damn shirt on. What do you want without a shirt?
So, man, I got to say, man, if I was like his height and his weight and I had that kind of percentage body fat, I don't know if I'd wear a shirt either.
Put a damn shirt on, man. Stop showing off to everybody what you're doing, everything. You can show off as much as you want, but don't put a shirt on.
He started out with the shirt. I think he had a sweatshirt on too.
Yeah.
And then as the flow got, it's hot in LA. They're drinking those big old whatever the beers. He took that off. He had to show off his chain.
Hey, Aaron, if
women, what is he trying to impress women?
Yeah, Aaron, if you're watching this, cover those ankles. All right.
I'm trying to say, what is Aaron Donald trying to do? Is this statement trying to impress women by taking off his shirt, walking around shirtless? Like, what is he trying to do?
I think you're
He's
being
just showing off
like,
his physique.
Is he trying to?
I think you're being tongue in cheek, but Nick Bosa does the same thing too. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's just like I said, like if I was 6'5", 267, 270 pounds, and I was just 3% body fat, you know what I mean? Like I would just walk around in Levi's and some cowboy boots and just go into every store I could, you know?
Yeah, man.
So-
I mean, imagine that physique and those guys, man. Bosa and Aaron Donald, they're like
Yeah.
superheroes. They're like superheroes. Like when you walk around, you're like, I look like freaking Superman.
Yeah, I'm in the prime of my life. I'm a
Yeah.
millionaire. Like, why not? Why not? You know?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask the Niner guys some questions. I don't know if you already asked them this, Rudy.
Go ahead.
So 2021, the Rams were the media blasted them for going all out, right? Like they better win the Super Bowl or else, right? I feel like that's kind of what the Niners are doing or did by getting McCaffrey, getting Young, like just getting all these like guys that are all elite. If I know you guys don't want to think about like not making it, but if by some reason you guys don't make it, like what are your thoughts going forward? Like, do you guys try to extend and pay the older players more money to stay with the team? Do you think it's on Kyle? Because I was looking. The only reason why I asked too is because I know Brandon Ayuk's gonna deserve a payday, and if he becomes a free agent, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the blue and gold. Man, that guy's no, I'm being serious, dude. He's
I know, yeah.
And because I know you guys have to play like interior linemen, offensive linemen. Those guys are all due for paydays too.
Right.
And we went through it. We couldn't keep everybody. We had to let go of people. You just can't keep everybody.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
those are my thoughts going forward. Because like it just kind of like what would you guys want going forward?
Sure, and I can answer that one. So what's really kind of unique is it looks like we kind of sold out or we were trying to buy like a championship, but we really didn't. So that the pick that we gave up for Chase Young was just a compensatory pick that we already got. If Chase Young signs a big deal in the offseason, which he should, we'll immediately get that compensatory pick back the following season. So we didn't really.
You're saying he won't be with you guys next year?
I don't see that. No.
I think it's a rental.
Yeah, because he basically got him almost technically for free. So that's why other teams didn't outbid us. I will never know. Especially the Jaguars. We played the Jaguars and we had Chase Young. One of the biggest moves the Jaguars had was Chase Young, and they could have just used like a regular third and got him instead, and then re-signed him. But again, I digress. Now, as far as next season would be, and I think this is what's going to come to a shock to a lot of people in the NFL or a lot of fans. Next year, whether we win this year or we lose this year, and I haven't seen too many 49ers content creators come out with this, but it's just simply looking at the math, looking at the needs of the team, and looking at what's coming down the pike. Next year is the year that the 49ers go all out, all in, because right now they're sitting with the most cap space in the NFL right now, which then gets rolled over into next season. Then what I could see them doing then is pulling like a Saints or like a Green Bay Packers kind of deal, where they kind of roll some of the contract money that they have, they're big on the books, roll that forward, and then just kind of rebuild some stuff. So I feel like next year is the year that we buy our Super Bowl. But we still have our we haven't given up like first round picks or anything like that. So we still have all of our collection of picks for next year. This coming up in the draft, which I don't know. I think it's like 12, 13, 11, something like that. So we're going to be able to really kind of do that. And then also too with our cap flexibility, but we're going to have to like, I would say this to put a bow on your question. I would really rather win it this year, because I think next year, even if we do buy it, if you look at, let me tell you what the 49ers schedule is going to look like next year. It is It is freaking. It's a damn gauntlet because they're already starting to project what teams are going to play. All right, so the 2024 opponents for the 49ers right now. Next year is of course, right, your Arizona, Rams, Seattle, right? Outside of that, you got Bears, Lions, Jets, but they'll have Aaron Rodgers, right? New England, Kansas City, and then it'll be between either Dallas or Philly. That's at home. And then for away, it's going to be Green Bay, which should be better, Minnesota, Miami, Buffalo, and then we've either got Tampa or Atlanta. So, I mean, just you look at that. I mean, we're going to have Miami, we're going to have Buffalo, we're going to have Kansas City, right? Like, we're going to have some monsters of some teams. So, it's going to be really, really hard.
What do you think, Cameron, about them? You know, they have the $40 million cap space because they extended the two oldest players,
Right.
Kittle and Trent Williams.
Yeah.
That could be issues down the road because even though Brock Purdy's cheaper and they're able to do this, they have a lot of big contracts. They have CMC, even though they kind of with the signing bonus and all that, but Trent Williams got a lot of money. Debo, they just signed him not too long ago. They had to extend Kittle and Trent Williams to get some more money for the upcoming, Chase Young now. They're probably going to get rid of him. It's tough. The cap's going to be extended next year, so we'll have more cap space, both teams. The
About
Rams,
20 million, by about 20 million. 19,
yeah,
20.
the Rams. The thing about the Rams is weird is when we won the Super Bowl, we were paying Goff and Stafford. And now this year we have $75 million dead money that's going to be off the books. We'll have a clear cap and draft picks from every round.
Right.
And then if Raheem Morris gets a coaching job, we'll get a pick with the third round pick. And I saw
What a
somebody
big
posted.
loss. That'd be such a big
Yeah,
loss.
I mean he's done a good job. He drives me nuts sometimes with what this year is a little different because we have young players, but with the extra yards we give, it'll be like 3rd and 8, and we're like 9 yards off of the ball. Like, what are you doing? But it's going to be amazing. But go ahead, go with your point, Gavin. I'm sorry.
I just close my eyes because I already know whoever it is, they're converting on us. It's I would want more of a physical defense coordinator.
Yeah.
I don't hate the guy because he did his job and he helped us win the chip, but it's just
Cameron, in a perfect world, like Fernando's point, I was saying this that Jim the Schwartz, the Kyle killer.
Oh yeah, he is.
I would say, hey, look, man, I'm going to give you head coach money to come to the Rams if Raheem Morris gets a job, and your job number one is to sweep the Niners, and help us win a Super Bowl and have a physical, mean defense. But we're going to pay you like a head coach because I know you want to be a head coach. That's how bad I would want to get rid of that streak against Kyle Shanahan because he knows what he's doing. And with these draft picks, he can mold the defense into what he wants.
Yeah.
And
I would say,
that's what I would do if I was Stan Kroenke.
Yeah.
But go ahead with your point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think if the Rams really add some talent to that defensive line, I think it's going to be a monster there. I think for right now, the way that the 49ers are managing the cap, I think that like the Rams and the 49ers, the way that they build team construction is a little bit different, but a little bit similar at the same time. I think that the Prague Marath, he is, I got to say, one of the top 2, top 3, maybe the best guy GM in the league as far as manipulating the money.
Yeah, we have a guy, Tony Pastores, who does that for us.
Yeah.
That's what when people would say, where are the Rams getting that money? Rambo would say, they need to investigate him.
Yeah.
How do you say his name? How do you say Parag?
Yeah, Prague.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so but yeah, a lot of the stuff that we kind of have, but the way that he's got it structured, it's going to work. Where I think that the clock kind of strikes midnight on some of this is, again, when that new CBA deal or when the new bargaining agreement between the players and the owners, once that happens, because then there's going to be more guaranteed money that's put out. So that's the big thing too that we're kind of figuring about is that not all these guys at the contracts that they have right, is all guaranteed. The other thing too is that there's the new TV deals that the NFL did, so that's all kicking into place. So, for instance, next year, if the cap goes up 20 million, that covers Javon Hargrave for us. Basically, then it's like we've got like a free Javon Hargrave at that point, because that's basically what we're paying him. So, in a long-winded way of answering your question, I'm not, as of right now, through 2027. I'm not worried about it. Let's say we win the Super Bowl, Trent Williams retires. When he retires, the money that we'll have there associated will hit the books immediately. But again, you're looking at a team like this with 60 million would be pretty amazing, because we're talking about there's not a lot of holes on this team. So to kind of answer your question, I'm not worried about it next year or the year after, but start talking to me after 2026, and then that's where some of that stuff could be haunting, because then it's a whole new game. The money is not going to be the same like how it is now, where we can just hide money or stacks, bricks of money everywhere. You're not going to be able to do that the next collective bargaining agreement.
Yep. And Carcast, let me know. We haven't heard from you much. Let me know what you think about you're fine. You're fine. I just want to get you in here. What do you think about the game going on Sunday and the chances for your Niners to win the Super Bowl this year? Finally get that Super Bowl.
Yeah, so obviously we locked up the number 1 seed. If we beat the Rams, we sweep the division for the second straight year, which I hope we do. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey will not be playing. Brock Purdy is not going to be playing. Christian McCaffrey.
Imagine if you had tickets for that game.
I know, right?
You had tickets to that game, and you're like, "Dang!" You don't get to see all those big stars.
Exactly, but Christian McCaffrey is actually dealing with an injury, so he'll rest up this week, and then he'll rest up the week after that, since we have the bye, and he'll be back definitely for the playoffs. But Brock Purdy's not going to play. I want to see what Sam Darnold. We got to see a bit of Sam Darnold 2 weeks ago against the Cardinals. I want to see what Sam Darnold can do. I know on your side, Aaron Donald is not gonna be playing, right?
No, he's not gonna play.
Yeah, Aaron Donald's not gonna play, but I don't think we need McCaffrey. Obviously, we have a great running back core. Elijah Mitchell, the only thing with him is, can he stay healthy? It's the injury.
That's what I was gonna say. What if he gets hurt in this game, and then now there's no real? Well, Mason, Kyle Shanahan's trying to hide him, and
is he secretly running back too for you guys? Is he really?
No, so I was really big on Mason before he got drafted. Yeah, I wrote an article about him, and I explained just how many similarities he had coming out of college to Eddie Lacy. But before Eddie Lacy ate himself out of the league. But there are some struggles that he has, and some of the reasons why he lost his number 1 running back spot or position when he was playing in college. Before he came out, he's a willing blocker, pass defense kind of blocker, right? Like, and he's got the body for it, but and stuff happens so quick. I couldn't imagine like having that all on me, because you're kind of playing on the back of your heels instead of downward kind of going for it. But he doesn't always pick up the right blitzer or guy coming off the edge or whatever that you want to call it. So there's some issues there. That's the real reason why he's not, I don't think, a little bit higher on the pecking order or the totem pole. I always put it this way, because in the NFL, people come screaming off the edge or through stunt blitzes. But my rule of thumb has always been this: no block, no rock. Like that's really how that goes. So if you're going to be a like Ben Skronik, right? Like, as much as I might bag on him for missing some amazingly, dropped passes in the end zone, but this guy sets some tough tough as shit blocks. Like I seen him just smash the shit out of, pardon my language, out of Bosa. Like I mean, just decleat Bosa. I was like, holy hell. You know what I mean? Thank goodness he dropped. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you. I was gonna say I wish they used them more as like a use check. You know, more of that.
Oh, he is.
You know, more of that.
I think if he could hold on to the ball,
the more of a special teamers.
The dude would be a Pro Bowler if he could just hold on to the ball. I honestly do. I look at the way that he runs his routes. The guy gets open. He's a big guy. He blocks. I don't know how he's not more known around the NFL, but I just remember like sometimes I'd rewatch replays, and I was like, oh my goodness, was that Ben? Like, dang, he did that to Bosa or like some of the other guys, and I was like, gee, that explains why that running back got so wide open. Because I'd be like, why did nobody touch this guy? He's like, dang, Ben just came in there like no other. But he does. Well, again, limited because I only watch it when it's really like Niners versus Rams. But when I watch it, it looks like he's used in a manner like we use Kittle and use check. I could be wrong, but that's the impression that I got.
You guys have always found really good running backs. And John Lynch even said to his credit that one of the benefits of going after CMC was we keep him away from LA. And like, damn it, Sony Michel, like Fernando said, it's weird how things work out, because when Cam Akers went down in Stafford's rookie year, we had to go out and get a running back, and we got Sony Michel, who's an adequate veteran running back, but he made some hell of a blocks. Gave his body, and especially against the Bucks and against the Niners, and that's very important. If you remember, Steve Young's career ended because Lawrence Phillips, the former Ram, missed a block, and Aeneas Williams smashed Steve Young and ended his career, unfortunately. So that's important to have a running back that can protect your quarterback.
Yes,
and besides injury plays. And I think that's why Zach Evans hasn't played, because he's a young guy, but he's got speed burner. That's where I want to see him out there, to see him turn that corner and woo, Todd Gurley Jr. Maybe for the future. But you guys have always had really good, like Elijah Mitchell and Mason, and now CMC is a different breed. The next coming of Marshall Faulk, a white guy though.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I owe a lot of that. Our team owes a lot of that to our running backs position coach, Bobby Turner.
Yeah, and you can see it when he runs the ball. He's running hard, man. He's running hard, and you try to arm tackle. I never understand guys trying to arm tackle a Deebo Samuel or even a Puka Nacua or a CMC. You got to hit them and wrap them up.
Yeah, because
hang on for dear life.
For the legs.
Yeah, because they tried to arm tackle Puka, and then Puka just slid that and then ran right up the damn. I thought that was gonna be a touchdown. I was like, good night.
I thought he was gonna be good, but not like this, man. I mean, and I said, well, we got this guy Puka Nacua and Davis Allen. He hasn't played much, but when Cooper Kupp went out, he was the player that could accept it. We didn't know it at the time, but accept the fast development. He learned fast.
I wish Puka wasn't a Ram, because like I want to be able to like really dislike Rams players.
Yeah,
I just can't find it in me to hate Puka Nacua. Like, he's a good guy. You know what I mean? Like,
he's such a good kid.
Yeah,
check this out. Let me show you. This is what you mean right here. Check him out. Check him out, man. You gotta love him. I have the same feelings for CMC. Because he never complained with the Carolina Panthers. They were a shitty team, pardon my French, but he never complained. He's just a baller. Hold on, let me get this. Show you this clip real quick. He's infectious. He's not a captain, but he's the Energizer Bunny on the Rams. Energizer Ram. Check this out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's the guy. I love the kid, man, and that was such a godsend getting this guy, and he's just like that. When you interview him, we see him in interviews. He's just happy to be there.
Yeah,
You
just
know.
love for for life, you know,
Yeah.
and it just he doesn't man, that guy's awesome. Good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
The kind of kid, right? Like for me, when I being in the army, any of my soldiers, like if they ever have like an attitude like that, they're
Yeah.
kicking ass at everything they do, but
Yeah.
they're the most humble guys in the room. I just always talk to my soldiers. I'm like, I would love to shake your parents' hand and just tell them what
Yes.
a great job they did with you, because
And he lost his father too, so he has that with him, and so it's just such a great story. And same thing with Brock Purdy. You know, Brock Purdy. Who would have knew?
I didn't even. I'm always like the first one to point out.
Imagine, where would they be without
gotta
Brock
go,
Purdy?
guys.
All right, Fernando, I'm gonna go pretty soon too. We've been on for a long time. It's gone fast.
Good chatting with you guys, and good luck to both teams, man. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, brother. Take care. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
But yeah, man. Let me get these guys back in here real quick, and then we're gonna call it a day. But yeah, man, Cameron, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Love you. You're my Niner brother.
You're my number one.
And, you're my number one.
Get that, Rudy.
Number one in your hearts and number one in your mind.
All right, you have a good one, brother.
But I appreciate you, and I'm gonna sign off, man. God bless you, and I'll be on tomorrow with the Niner Sickness on his show.
Good.
So all right, man. I'll see you soon, brother. Take care. Much love. All right.
Mila, you're always going to be the number one Rams content creator.
Thank you, SG. I appreciate you, man.
You're gonna roll, man. I know it, man. I know you.
Hold on. I got you back in here. I accidentally removed you. You're on here twice for some reason. Are you back? Are you back, SG? See, you show up twice. Hold on. Are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, for some reason I see you twice on here. We'll just leave it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know. I like your show, man. You slay the show every day, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And Carcast, thank you for coming in. And but props to you, SG. And I'm gonna call it a night. Call it a day.
It was great talking with you, Amelia. Good luck to both teams, your Rams and my 49ers. Hopefully, it's gonna be a well played game. It's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be definitely fun to watch. I'm definitely stoked for the game.
Yes, and we get to see guys that don't get a chance to play. At least our guys will be healthy and ready to go for the real games, and then go from there. But all right, SG, I'll see you later, man. Thank you for coming in. All right, sorry about that. I got a delay on my thing. I didn't mean to kick you out so soon, but kick you off. But thank you, brother. John says Cooper Cup and Puka block and catch or run. They are complete players. Yes, indeed. Pound for pound. Bang, bang, Rams gang. Yes, indeed. Love it. SM says Mozart. Yeah, great running back, too. My guy John says SM building a team with the QB is on their list. First contact is the key to have a chance at success. Yes, indeed. Glock 9 is the reason where we are. Let's see. Let me get these out of here. Hold on. Yeah, for some reason you were showing up twice in the camera green room. SG John says SM building a team. Yeah, we got that already. Jock 42's Puka the bazooka. Love it. Puka, aka Puka Akuna Matata Nakua. SS says, by the way, Stafford deserves every cent that he makes. I'm happy with the way the Rams are built. Yes, indeed. He really does, man. We tried to have him adjust his contract. He's like, no. I don't blame him. He gets hit. He's the lifeblood of the Rams offense. SM says, if you pay the QB, you better hit on the mid-late rounds, and the Rams have done that. Exactly right. SM says, I'm actually excited to watch Wentz. Me too. I want to see him get some reps. I am exactly as well. John Bauer says, Rudy, years ago, I would have given you my handicap place card to get a Rams. Props to you. Props to you, John. Appreciate you, my brother. My guy. Ramsaholic. How you doing, brother? You hit me up, I think, a while ago for collaboration, and I was thinking about you this week. I'm sorry it hasn't happened. I've been sick, as you can tell by my voice. props to Ramsaholic, content creator, great guy, on Twitter as well, and YouTube channel, I believe, right? Props to you, my brother. I'm sorry. There's another guy too. Were hitting me up like, oh man, I'm sorry. It's just been a tough year for me. I appreciate you though, brother. Thank you for coming in. And she says, "Go Niners." Yeah, go away. No, just kidding. But yeah, man, well, we got to win this game. We got all backups, but until then, I'm in this mode here.
They said what? They said what?
You know, they were kind of counting us out. The Rams are done. The Rams are going to be rebuilding for years. Aaron Donald's going to want out by the 6th game. Sean McVay's going to be leaving. No, that was far from the truth. And we got possibly the offensive rookie of the year, who should be Puka Nacua, and defensive rookie of the year, comeback player of the year, Matthew Stafford. The one of the candidates for coach of the year, and Sean McVay, and one of the candidates for executive of the year, Les Snead, man. And Ernest Jones also broke James Laurinaitis' regular season mark in tackles. Amazing year.
What's up, Rams squad? Man, a win is a win. Look forward to getting back on track next week against San Fran. Let's go, Rams.
That's what it's about, baby. And thank you guys for coming in too. It's an unannounced live. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. My guy Willie Bone. Hi, Rudy and LA Rams crushed the Winers. Love it, love it, love it. SG says, can we do a Rams post-game show on your channel? We can, but you can come on mine because I'm going to do one already. Rams Alex says, we got time. Super Bowl is a few weeks. I love it, man. I love it, baby. Love it. Yes, indeed. We will for sure get together, man. John Bomber says, I really would have if I've known your family. No, you're good, brother. I appreciate you and I believe you. Thank you, my brother. I love you, my brother. SS says, Rudy, you'll be better in no time. Almost Rams. Yes, indeed. Thank you, guy. Thank you, SS. I appreciate you. Willie Bowen says, Tutu Atwell should get a lot of reception yardage and many TDs. I'm looking forward to, I didn't bring my drink. Tutu Atwell, Ben Skowronek getting reps, Carson Wentz getting reps. Maybe we get Warren McClendon off of the bench, get him some reps. Listen, this is what I would do. I want Carson Wentz to score some touchdowns. But every chance we get from 40 yards in, 45 yards in, I know it's second down, but we want to get Brett Maher some reps. Let's get him some reps on the field goal in a game. You know, we need those field goals. So now that we have Brett Maher back in there. Hope I didn't say Brett Rippon. But yeah, that would be amazing. And but yeah, I'm in that mode, and I'm in this mode with Matthew Stafford. This game, it's going to be our backups playing. There'll be some starters because we don't have a lot of offensive linemen backups, and on defense as well. But this is my mode going into this week and the wild card round.
Whatever the outside world thought this was going to look like, they don't got a clue. Every single day, we just started. Now let's go. Rams on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rams.
And there it is right there. And listen, I'm going to be on tomorrow with Niner Sickness. You'll get the link here on my channel as well. Niner content creator. We can do this again, and then we'll have more lives going into it. Hopefully, my voice will be better. But I appreciate and love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for the support and coming in. Appreciate you guys so much. And with that, may the Remilia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. Here we go. Hold on. Let me get us out with a quick clip here. Maybe this can be us again. Let's see. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at?
His dad got him up early to practice. It just shows you what you can do when you commit to something, when you invest in yourself, when you believe in yourself, Kyle.
And he wanted this so badly, and it's so great to see him up there shirtless, bottle of Cristal in one hand and the Lombardi trophy in the other hand.
There it is, baby. The last NFC champions. The last time the Rams and Niners were in the playoffs. We remember what happened, baby. We remember what happened.
SoFi Stadium exploded with excitement. The hometown Rams sending their Golden State rivals, the 49ers, back to San Francisco without the title.
I love it. Props to you, Joe. Thank you, brother, for coming in. Joaquin Madison, I'm looking forward to see Wentz as well. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you, Joaquin. I am too. I want to see what he's got. Maybe he's doing a on the job showcasing of him coming back next year as a backup for Stafford, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Joaquin, for coming in. Come in more often, brother. Hit the like and subscribe button, all you guys, and if you haven't already, so we can come in and do this more. Appreciate you, Joaquin. And so I'll be back. My voice is usually not like this, getting over a cold. So appreciate you guys. And as we always say, may the Ramulet be with you. Ramulators, mount up. We'll see you guys again tomorrow in the collaboration with Niner Sickness. Look for the alert. Have a great day, guys.